You know, as a martial arts instructor, you don't use black belt fighting skills against a yellow belt. You spar with them on their level. Figuratively speaking, you fight with one hand tied behind your back. You know, and that's how a lot of the church fights, but it's not on purpose. It's completely unintentional. They're fighting with one hand or even both tied behind their back. Could you imagine an American football player trying to participate in a soccer game and play by the rules that he's used to? It wouldn't work. There are some similarities between the two games. They're both called football. There's two teams, there's a ball, the objective is to score the most points. But that's about it. You can't play one game by the rules of the other. You have to know what you're getting into before the action starts. You have to know which field you're playing on. And most Christians don't know what field they're playing on. Now, we're not playing on a field. We have a battlefield that we live on, okay? And in 2 Corinthians 10, it's laid out clearly for us. Though we walk in the flesh, we do not war according to the flesh. The weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty in God for pulling down strongholds. Your battle is not in the flesh. It's not a worldly thing. It's not something you can taste, touch, smell, hear, feel. And Paul also tells us that we don't wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this age, against spiritual hosts of wickedness. Where? In the heavenly places. Your battle's not with your neighbor. It's not with your coworker, with the HOA, with the government. Watch me now. It's not with finances or sickness or depression or addiction or anything like that. Yes, you live in a body on the earth. No, you do not fight according to that. Just like those ball players we talked about earlier, you have to know which field you're playing on. You have to know which field you're fighting on. Shift your perspective. Stop thinking along worldly lines. And while you're doing that, practice the love of God.